ARCH, Architecture and Community Heritage, is Fort Wayne's and northeastern Indiana's historic preservation organization. ARCH, a nonprofit organization, advocates for the protection and preservation of both architecturally and culturally significant buildings, sites, and structures. ARCH exemplifies their mission in numerous ways. They have obtained many buildings as an organization that were deemed for demolition or in dire need of rehab and work, and have preserved them to give them a new life. The Alexander T. Rankin House is a circa 1840 house that embodies many Greek Revival features. The house is actually two homes combined. The wood front of the building is a circa 1840 two-room hall and parlor house, whereas the brick section of the house is a circa 1845 Greek Revival house. Alexander Rankin was a well-known local abolitionist minister here in Fort Wayne. The house itself has been entirely restored and rehabbed by ARCH over the past decade and now serves as their main office. What would have previously been used as a dining room now serves as a conference room, which is frequently used by ARCH's staff and board members. ARCH is composed of 5 staff members and about 20 board members. While this may not seem like a lot, they have a major impact on the community. The front of the house serves as office space as well as an entryway for people to come in that have questions or concerns that would regard ARCH. Recently, in 2014, employees at ARCH recently removed the bricks that were covering the fireplace and were amazed to find the original metal decorative engraved plaques. The plaques that are shown here are called firebacks. Even though the restoration took around 5 years, ARCH is proud of their restored Rankin House. 1014-1016 Broadway are 2 circa 1890 Italianate commercial buildings located in downtown Fort Wayne. ARCH acquired these 2 buildings in 2010 after having them on their endangered list for nearly a decade. These buildings were in dismal conditions and in need of extensive restoration. The rear walls on both buildings were replaced completely. The windows were also either restored or replaced with appropriate era replacement windows. The buildings are currently being sold by ARCH and are in shell condition, ready for a developer to see this great opportunity in downtown Fort Wayne. Over the past couple years, ARCH has held pop-up art galleries within these buildings. This has allowed ARCH to show the community these buildings' potential and what their repurposed use could be. ARCH always promotes adaptive reuse, which again ties right into their mission statement. ARCH purchased the Dr. Merchant Huxford House at 520 Tennessee Avenue in September of 2013. This outstanding example of Greek Revival architecture was reportedly built with beams from the first fort here in Fort Wayne. ARCH has corrected the masonry of the outside of the house, restored or rebuilt all the windows, and recently built a proper door surrounding to match what the door originally looked like. As of today, the exterior restoration of this house is complete. Soon, the interior restoration process will begin to intensify, so ARCH can bring this treasured house back to what it once was. 918 Van Buren Street is home to a small brick hall and parlor house, the Mary Rockhill Tyler House. ARCH has owned this house since 1998 and has been a preservation success story ever since. ARCH has extensively restored this gem of a house and uses it for school tours, hands-on workshops, and storage. While restoring this house, ARCH found over 10 layers of wallpaper on the walls while trying to decipher what the original walls looked like. ARCH believes that people today want to live, work, and play in historic settings, especially today's generation, because it reflects their personalities. So, with this in mind, ARCH continues to advocate for historic preservation, not only in Fort Wayne, but Allen County and the surrounding areas. To learn more about ARCH's mission, or to become a member of ARCH, please visit archfw.org.